I want to give this information from where it originated. And a lot of my work originates in the transitional times between sleep and waking up. It's a ben ha-shemashot, so to speak, a transitional stage, which I actually equate with the nefesh sekalit, coming from the godly soul of sleep, transitioning to the animal soul. So it's a reverse transition here. And the thing that transitions it is the bringing down of the sekalit, the three highest aspects of the animal soul, which was transitioned into the godly soul at night. So it's being brought back down. The big thing that I was transitioning for is this animal soul, which is rectified by the Omer, the counting of the Omer itself, and the sha'ura, the barley, because all this is animal food. Omer is a count of barley. Barley, sha'ura, is animal food itself. It's not considered human food. Wheat is considered human food, which is brought on Shavuos. But animal food, sha'ora, which is also, sha'ora it's the same letters as the word for hair, a single strand of hair, which means something to me because hair is one of the three things of the Nazir. So here the Omer is, the gematria of Omer is 316, which to me doesn't mean too much itself, so I took it as a whole and a half, as a Shelem Vehetzi, which is a very big deal. Okay? And when you get Omer, that's 316, plus its half, which is 158, you get 474. So it's 474, and that's da'as. You know, like Chokmah, Bina, and da'as, which is very significant here. That the word Omer in whole and a half should be da'as, because when it's whole and a half, it's three halves. And apparently in the olden days, the Sanhedrin used to send 3 men out to the fields to check the Omer at night or something, I read. So da'as, which is the third, like in Chokmah Bina, da'as, has this relationship to the Omer, because a whole and a half of Omer is da'as itself, which is the transitional stage. Da'as is the transitional sephirot between the upper 3, so to speak, and the lower 7. It's kind of like the neck. Now, what I did is spelt out Omer fully, using resh as 510. Sometimes I use it as 500, but if you understand what I mean. And I get 732, which is with a final nun that's Laban, white, and the man Lavan in the biblical. Whenever you see the word white, it's some transition from red to white. You know, Just like though your sins may be scarlet, they'll be white as wool. And then, I was thinking about some of these things about that in Jerusalem they only have, in Israel they only have one Seder. Well, how could you have one Seder and have like, the first night for faith and the emunah, and the second night for healing on the matzot. And out here, they big deal is the matzot. As I've said, the matzot, the three matzot, which again would be a kind of like whole and a half. Because don't we split the matzah too? So whole and a half. So even on any threeness, two is a whole and one is a half. So they're really three halves. That's how we get the whole and a half. But now wait to hear this. And this is how I transition into the Pesach meal. You see, I think everything is included in the first letter of the Haggadah, which is in Aramaic, the first word in Aramaic. Everything to me is always included in the first things, like in the initials. Like, what's your initials? And the first word of the Haggadah is ha, meaning in Aramaic this. But it's also hey aleph, the letter hey. So for me, the entire Haggadah has to do with the letter hey. If you understand the letter hey, you know everything about the Haggadah. How it's hey starts with the letter hey, 5, and its completion, its din, is aleph. So the total thing of the letter hey is 6. So if you only have one night of matzah, you still have that 6. The 2 nights are included. The 3 matzah for faith and the 3 matzah for healing are included. Why? Because the initial word is ha, with its gematria of 6. The other thing is, and this is what ties this into the counting of the Omer, Sha'ora, which is barley, which is the barley count, the Omer of Sha'ora, is fully spelt out, Shin, Ayin, Resh, Hey. Shin is 360, Ayin 130, Resh is 500, and 10. Again, we use this Yud here. And Hey is 6. So it's 1006. Now let's go back to this word ha. Hey, fully spelt out, is 6. But the din of hey is aleph. And this din of hey is so strong. It's elef. The aleph is elef. 1,000. So the total is 1006. So fully spelled out, it's 1006. So this hay, again, is inherent in the Sha'ora fully spelt out. The complete dinim, the complete, fully spelt out of Sha'ora is 1006, and that's found in the first word of the Pesach Haggadah. So inherent in the Pesach Haggadah, especially on the second night when we start the Sha'ora and the Omer count, is the countdown to Shavuos. And why is this? Because this is all transitioning, as I've said in some other video. We're transitioning, and the entire transitioning of this Pesach plate and meal, and what we're doing on Pesach is raising the animal soul, and that's what we're doing in Shavuos for 49 days of the barley count. We do the 7 sephirot in the bottom, times 7, that's fully completion, and that's the animal soul. And we do it in line from the matzot. The matzot, the 3 matzot, which represent the nefesh sekalit, the transitional part of the animal soul, and this transitions us, this da'as, this omer, this whole and a half, transition us. The Omer itself is this transitional stage, because the Omer, its whole and a half, is da'as, transitions us into the godly soul, which will be evident for us on Shavuos, when we eat wheat, the human aspect. See? The godly soul. So this is what I got this morning. I like to do this when I got it, so to speak. And this is a big deal. On today that I'm doing this on, this is Erev Pesach, so to speak. When we stop eating hummus, the day corresponds here to what they call Good Friday. And Good Friday is the death of Jesus, and it corresponds in a certain sense to when we stop eating hummus, right about that same time. Thank you for listening. Have a good Pesach, a kosher and Sameach Pesach, and counting of the Omer, as we lead, as we purify our animal soul from and transition the sekalit.